Knowing that we've spent millions of dollars in radio, I went back through all our old scripts my father had tested, and I repurposed them as Facebook ads. My father's old radio ad that generated us millions of dollars 10 years ago is currently our best converting ad. My cost per lead has dropped 30% using my father's old messaging. Wow, this was a really fun experiment that we did while I was working on the book, and I realized 3 things from this. Number 1, messaging is timeless. How amazing is it that my father used that message for a decade? A decade later, we used it again and it still worked. Number 1. Number 2, how important and critical is video? We just did some research that found that video is the number 1 most loved form of content. Also, I'll tell you a little trick. So a study by TEDx found that people who use hand gestures in video are more liked. So I don't know if you ever noticed this, but I'm constantly using my hands because I have trained myself to use my hands. Because as I watch back my videos, I see, oh, it looks so much more engaging when I'm talking with my hands versus not. Do you notice the difference? So you'll see me trying to become Italian because scientifically it's proven that using your hands helps. Now I'm going to be thinking about how I'm using my hands in this video. And then number 3, something that I found really fascinating. So my father wrote thousands of advertising campaigns for many of the Fortune 500 and many other businesses as well. So he was just an expert at ads. And yet, when he was running his radio ads, when I went back to look at his list of all the different radio ads, he had about 60 different ads that he tested on the radio. And this is amazing considering, so with radio, right, you put out an ad, you hope it works, you're watching your numbers, but it's really hard to tell which one is converting what. So to be able to A/B test on radio was really hard compared to today, where it's a very controlled environment. If you have a Facebook ad or if you have a Google ad and you could run it for a day, only spend $20 or $50 or $100 and know if it's converting or not, and then switch it out for another piece. Back with radio, it was a lot harder, but he had the pig-headed discipline and determination to test 50 different spots. And after those 50, he found one that converted better than any other. And then he would continually, even though he found one that converted better than any other, he continually kept testing the constant by bringing in another. Let's see if this works. Nope, not as good as that one. Okay, let's bring in another. So that taught me, as I step into these rather large shoes of my father's, that it's, again, repetition is the mother of all skill. So we just keep working at it. We keep trying those same skills until we find what works. So it was really great to utilize his messaging 10 years later and see that it's working. So what have you done in your past that maybe has converted well before and you just said, oh, that worked, but then you never used it again? How can you repurpose what you've already used in your marketing and sales process to help you today? Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.